Hello Internet, TKKNMSTR here, and I'm going to be giving my pick for the best game mechanic of 2013. So my pick for the best game mechanic of 2013 is going to Grand Theft Auto 5 and the heists. The great thing about the heists is that they always give you multiple ways to approach an objective. And the other things about the heists that make it better than everything else this year as far as mechanics is that, when you have an objective or you have an optional objective, they have them littered throughout the world. So you actually have to, go out into the game and then stumble upon them if you're looking for something, or it'll just give you a location on your map and then you go out and you go get it, and then you have that item available to you in the heist if you want to use it. And it gives you a lot of freedom as far as, how are you going to approach the situation. It's actually usually very binary, where it's like you have choice A, which is the stealthy and subtle approach, or choice B, which is the, guns blazing, let's go loud, who cares if we get caught approach. So that was always interesting. And then, to me, I didn't really go back and play any of them a second time to see how they were different, just because it felt extremely satisfying just to play it the first time through the way I thought was the way I wanted to play it. So I didn't really feel like going back to do it a second time or more with different options, even though I could and add replay value. But I myself felt satisfied with the experience I got, so I didn't need to go back and do that. But, for completionists, there's that too. And there's also the whole leaderboard system with the time, and it allows you to, compete with your friends and whatnot. And then, because the game has the mechanic that allows you to switch characters, you can play through the heists from multiple perspectives, from, Trevor or Michael or Franklin, and then see what they were doing in other parts if you just play through them and not worry about, okay, let me switch to this person now, and just, stick. That was another cool thing, is like that mechanic stacked on top of the heist mechanic made it really cool and most multifaceted, where you can have a very different experience or insight into the mission that you're playing by not switching roles, or by switching roles many times or just a few times. And so, yeah, that's pretty much it. Also, the heists are just very exhilarating. You go into them, the music that's playing is very tense and pins on needles, and you don't know what's going to happen, and you're always worried, okay, something's about to happen, something's about to go down, we could just blow this whole thing and the money's gone. And then once you get to the score or the money, and it's like, you get it, and you're trying to get out of there, and you just have like the frantic dash to like escape the mission with the money, as the money counter is either going, is really, really high, but then you see it's going down, like slowly but surely, as you're getting shot and duffel bags are losing money, or you're just losing money however, because that's interesting. Another interesting mechanic within the heist is how the crew members that you hire, they'll take a cut, so you're going to lose money regardless, but depending on who you choose, if they're right for the job, you're not going to F up on that section of the job, therefore keeping that money. And, it's like, you have, okay, this is like, here's an example. This isn't like, an example straight out of the game, but you could have like a safecracker, getaway driver, and like stick-up dude. So it's like, if you pick the wrong roles, someone's going to flub their job. They could possibly die, and then, not only do you lose the cash, but you have to pay, out money to their loved ones because they died or whatever. So it's always like, who am I going to pick for this job to be the right person? So in that regard, it was cool because it felt very similar to the suicide mission section of Mass Effect 2 at the end, where it's like, oh man, every time I go in, I have to think who is going to be right for this job and hope it's the right person, because I don't want it to come back and bite me. But yeah, the heists are all very unique and interesting and entertaining, and like I said, exhilarating, because it's like once you're in and it's like, oh man, it's going down, and just the nature of GTA 5 being like such a good shooter, and like with the much improved shooting and cover mechanics, was that you had some of the best, missions for heists and break-ins and getaways and escapes, and it was just so exhilarating. The experience was amazing, and that's why I'm giving it my pick for the best game mechanic of 2013. Grand Theft Auto 5, Rockstar, I applaud you and the great work you put into doing this one. But yeah, that's my pick for the best game mechanic 2013, Grand Theft Auto 5, and the heists.